Narrated by Abu Said al-Khudri. The Prophet peace be upon him delivered a sermon and said, Allah gave a choice to one of his slaves either to choose this world or what is with him in the hereafter. He chose the latter. Abu Bakr wept. I said to myself, why is this sheikh weeping, if Allah gave choice to one of his slaves either to choose this world or what is with him in the hereafter and he chose the latter. And that slave was Allah's messenger peace be upon him himself. Abu Bakr knew more than us. The Prophet peace be upon him said, O Abu Bakr, don't weep. The Prophet peace be upon him added, Abu Bakr has favored me much with his property and company. If I were to take a Khalil from mankind I would certainly have taken Abu Bakr, but the Islamic brotherhood and friendship is sufficient. Close all the gates in the mosque except that of Abu Bakr. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Allah's messenger peace be upon him in his fatal illness came out with a piece of cloth tied round his head and sat on the pulpit. After thanking and praising Allah he said, there is no one who had done more favor to me with life and property than Abu Bakr bin Abi Quhafa. If I were to take a Khalil, I would certainly have taken Abu Bakr, but the Islamic brotherhood is superior. Close all the small doors in this mosque except that of Abu Bakr. Narrated by Nafi. Ibn Umar said, the Prophet peace be upon him arrived at Mecca and sent for Uthman bin Talha. He opened the gate of the Kaaba and the Prophet, Bilal, Usama bin Zayd and Uthman bin Talha entered the Kaaba and then they closed its door, from inside. They stayed there for an hour, and then came out. Ibn Umar added, I quickly went to Bilal and asked him, whether the Prophet peace be upon him had prayed. Bilal replied, he prayed in it. I asked, where? He replied, between the two pillars. Ibn Umar added, I forgot to ask how many rakat he, the Prophet, had prayed in the Kaaba. Narrated by Abu Huraira. Allah's messenger peace be upon him sent some horsemen to Najd and they brought a man called Thumama bin Uthal from Bani Hanifa. They fastened him to one of the pillars of the mosque. Narrated by Al-Saib bin Yazid. I was standing in the mosque and somebody threw a gravel at me. I looked and found that he was Umar bin al-Khattab. He said to me, fetch those two men to me. When I did, he said to them, who are you? Or, where do you come from? They replied, we are from Taif. Umar said, were you from this city, Medina, I would have punished you for raising your voices in the mosque of Allah's messenger peace be upon him.